Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Joanne Marime from Joanne Marime Coaching. Thank you. If this is the very first time you're seeing this face, I am so glad you stopped by. I am here. I am on a mission to help ambitious professionals land their dream jobs, make more money, and lead fulfilling lives. I have been able to help thousands of ambitious early career professionals across the globe to land their dream jobs. I live in Austin, Texas, and I have helped Africans, white people, black people, immigrants all get into tech and other high flying careers simply because they took my accelerator coaching program. And I hope that by the end of this video, I can give you some value. If this video is valuable to you, please go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and send it to as many people as possible. It really does help me to get my mission done to as many people as possible. And I will link some freebies below. You can go ahead and click on them and let them help you. I will link how to answer. Tell me about yourself. There's a good template that you can use to structure your answer, because that's one of the questions you will always face. So go ahead and click on it and you will get it for free. All right, let's tackle today's amazing topic. I want to talk about how to answer the behavioral questions. Okay? So, have you heard of the STAR method? The STAR method stands for situation, task, action, and result. Now, in my Career Accelerator program, I focus on helping my clients land their dream jobs. And one of the things that you have to do as a candidate to stand out is to make sure that you understand how to answer using the STAR method. The STAR method means that you have to have a storybook, or I like to call it a story toolbox. You have to create a whole I would say suitcase of stories, a whole depository, a whole database of stories that you can wipe out and from your back pocket and give it to an interviewer for any question that they ask you. Because when you're interviewing, it's not just a matter of giving a theoretical answer. It's a matter of determining how have you behaved in the past when faced with a particular situation. Hence, situation, task, action, and result. Now, how do you identify a behavioral question? It's simple. It can come in very many different ways. A behavioral question is literally asking you, give me an example of how you've handled something like this, or how you've behaved in a particular situation in the past. And that's when you use the story, right? And so in my coaching class, I help you come up with a lot of different stories that you can use to articulate just how much of a rock star you are, so that you're able to not be that silver medalist, but you become the person that always gets that gold medal. All right, so let me give you a practical example of how this question can be asked. It can be asked in a number of ways. It can be asked, tell me about a time when you had to handle conflict. Tell me about a time when you were promoted at work. How did you handle it? Tell me about a time when you had a customer that was upset. How did you handle it? Tell me about a time when you had many competing roles and jobs that you needed to accomplish. How did you prioritize? Tell me about a time. Just so many different versions of tell me about a time. There's so many different questions that you could get. So let's just say that you're asked one of these questions. Then you would have to literally give a live example of when you worked at a particular company in the past, or even in your present, role, if you're still working somewhere, where you've been able to see something like that. So for example, tell me about a time when you handled a big project, and it can just end there and then they leave it as it is. So how I would answer this particular question is, first of all, to have a consultative approach. I would say this: That's a great question for you to have asked me. Now, to be able to give you the right answer, I've handled a lot of different projects in my time. I've worked at very many big companies. I've worked in finance, I've worked in tech, and I've worked at Amazon, at ExxonMobil, at Barclays Bank, I've worked at Microsoft. Where would you like for me to focus on? What kind of projects are you looking for? I've done finance projects, I've done tech projects, I've done cloud projects, I've done client projects. So as you can see, guys, I'm providing this person with a menu of different things that I could talk about. So they will choose one and say, okay, tell me about the time when you had a big project at ExxonMobil, and then I would say, oh, excellent. So when I was working at ExxonMobil, I was tasked with being the project manager of a project called the Finance Transformation Program. And in this particular project, I was tasked with ensuring what we were trying to accomplish was to convert the 9 ERP systems in the finance function into one central finance system. And so to accomplish this, I needed to ensure that I put together a team of amazing talent from across the company, because ExxonMobil happens to be a multinational company that is situated in over 40 countries in the world. And so we had to get really good people from different departments in finance across the globe to be able to accomplish this. And so I was able to work together with a lot of different heads of finance in the different countries. I pulled together what I call a strike team, and I identified who the finance managers in these different countries were, and we came together as a team. And then I asked them to help me identify who are the right subject matter experts that we could borrow for this project that was going to be 2 years long. And they were able to go back and sit together, and they came back with a list of the people that they thought they could nominate for this amazing project. And I was able to come up with a really good number of amazing talent. Now, with this talent, the next task was to ensure that we had a good project plan that could be approved by the whole leadership team. We were able to structure starting from the end date all the way to the beginning. We were able to come up with a kick-ass project plan that not only was approved, but also was able to save the company about $5 million had we not sat down together to come up with a comprehensive project plan. And with that, not only were we able to do that, we ended up going into a lot of different countries and bringing a lot of different people together. And the project that was supposed to end in 2 years ended up in being accomplished and going live in 1.5 years. And this was loaded as the best finance project that they'd ever done at ExxonMobil. That's how you answer a question. So as you can see, I have given a situation, the task, the action, the result, with a live example of what happened in the past. So if you are going into an interview in the next couple of days, I urge you to sit down and come up with a number of different stories for different behavioral questions that you may be asked. Now, if you're saying, I don't even know where to start, I got you. I will link below a list of behavioral questions, a template that has a list of behavioral questions that you can use to help you prep and to help you come up with reasonable stories in the situation, task, action, result format that then will be able to help you to ace your next interview. If you like this video, please click on subscribe, like, and share with all the people that you know. And also follow me on all of my social media. I'm Joanne Marime everywhere. And if you'd like to work with us, go ahead and drop us an email. We'll be happy to answer you. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. God bless.